Archangel Michael says, something powerful is unfolding behind closed doors, and your name is at the center of it all. You may not hear the whispers directly, but heaven has heard every sentence spoken and every judgment being formed. This meeting is not ordinary, it's spiritually aligned and divinely instructed to bring justice into your life. Right now, in a room you are not in, people are discussing your future, your influence, and your impact. Some of them were hesitant to speak up before, but now they are opening their mouths with boldness in your favor. Even those who once ignored your value are beginning to see something in you that cannot be denied. This is not a small gathering, it carries weight in both the physical world and the spiritual realm. Your name is being spoken with authority, with emotion, and with unexpected reverence. Someone in that meeting has been holding on to information that could change everything for you, and today, they are finally ready to speak. Archangel Michael says, what was once hidden in shadowy intentions is now surfacing to the light, and no one can block what's about to rise. There is a shift in decision, a turn in direction, and a sudden opening that will soon lead directly to you. You were doubted before, but now you are the topic everyone is leaning toward with open eyes. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The very people who overlooked you are beginning to feel conviction. They are realizing they made a mistake by not listening to your ideas, by not honoring your presence, and by trying to dim your light. This isn't just an apology forming, it's a reversal. A reversal that changes your entire standing. A reversal that shifts your position from silence to spotlight. They're no longer asking if you are ready, they're preparing the place because you are. Among them is one person who never lost faith in you, they just didn't know how to defend you at the time. That person has now found their voice, and their voice is unlocking chains. The fear they once felt is gone, and in its place is boldness that sounds like your name being lifted up like a banner. Don't underestimate how serious this meeting is. Don't dismiss it as coincidence. Even those who once tried to block your progress are now being forced to acknowledge you with respect. Type Amen to get blessing 121. A document is on the table with something linked to your name. It could be a promotion, an invitation, or an elevation in status. And someone's signature on that document is the very thing that will shift your life into the divine lane. You didn't ask for it, but the timing is not accidental. You have suffered enough, and your silence has spoken louder than any defense. They see now what you never had to say. One person in that room had the power to delay your breakthrough, but something divine happened to them last night. They had a dream, a vision, a sudden conviction. And now they're acting in your favor without even telling you. You may hear about it, but the results will be undeniable. Archangel Michael says, heaven has surrounded that room with angels of truth and clarity. Any plan to twist the story will fall flat. The meeting will not end until what's yours is claimed in your name. Type Amen to get blessing 777. You'll begin to feel the shift in your spirit before you see it in your life. Something inside will calm, even while everything around you still looks uncertain. That's your confirmation, God has gone before you. You were not invited to that meeting physically, but your spirit has already arrived. Your essence was felt before your name was mentioned. That's why someone turned around mid-sentence, as if your presence brushed by. One person clutched their pen tighter when your name came up. They know the truth, they always knew. But now the moment has come to reveal it, and it cannot wait any longer. You might feel a little tension today, like something is about to break loose. That feeling is correct. Because the energy in that room is moving and the outcome is about to touch your reality in ways you didn't expect. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Someone at that table made a promise months ago to delay you, but now they are overwhelmed by guilt. They thought they were protecting something by keeping you out. But now they realize the one they were protecting was never the threat, you were the blessing. And blessings can no longer be blocked. Not when your name is being surrounded by divine force. Not when heaven has written your name in gold in places you've never stepped into. A new opportunity is being born from this very discussion. Something that wasn't even on your radar is about to become your next chapter. And no matter how long they try to delay it, divine timing is standing in the doorway now. You don't need to convince anyone anymore. Your light is shining through the cracks of every closed door. And now, it's too bright for them to ignore. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Behind one of those doors, someone is whispering your story with deep emotion. They were touched by something you did or said months ago, and now it's resurfacing in their heart. That memory has power, and it's speaking louder than any lie that was told about you. This person is bringing up the real version of your story. Not the distorted one. Not the gossiped one. But the one where your truth lives, pure and untouched. There was once a suggestion to remove you from something important, but now the opposite is happening. They're crafting a way to bring you back in and reward you with something even better. The one who tried to remove you is now the one being questioned. Even your enemies are silent right now, because heaven has pressed their lips shut. Let them stay silent while your destiny walks in and takes its seat. Type Amen to get blessing 101. Archangel Michael says, the spiritual court is now in session, and the verdict is favoring you. This meeting is happening not only in offices and groups, but also in the spirit world. Decisions that affect your next season are being finalized. What seemed blocked is being approved. What seemed overlooked is being highlighted. What seemed too far away is now only moments from your doorstep. You'll hear someone mention a name that sounds familiar. Pay attention. That person is part of this meeting, and their next move is tied to yours. They're being led to speak up, to send that message, to unlock that gate. This is not the time to be discouraged. If you feel like nothing's moving, know this: it's not moving around you because it's moving toward you. The delay was protection, but now it's divine delivery. Type Amen to get blessing 818. Something in your spirit has felt like you were about to be removed. Like you were being shut out. But what's really happening is the final sweep before your seat is prepared. They cleared the space not to eliminate you, but to make it safe for your elevation. You were never being rejected. You were being positioned. And now that the placement is done, your time has come. The one who wanted you gone is being exposed silently. Not by loud scandal, but by invisible correction. Their plans are collapsing while your favor is rising. You are being carried into this season by angels that have no intention of letting you fall. The path may have been lonely, but it's becoming glorious. You will not walk in with sorrow, you will walk in with fire. Type Amen to get blessing 555. The sound of your name in this meeting is like music to some and like thunder to others. But either way, it's being heard, and it is shaking the air. Your truth, your value, and your power are undeniable. There is a divine witness in that meeting. Someone who doesn't know you but sees something glowing around your name. They are about to say something that will shift the entire room. Your grace walked in before you ever did. That's why some people are feeling uneasy, they sense the shift. They don't know how, but they can feel you coming. You're not coming to prove anything. You're coming because it's your time. And no one can deny a time that was written by heaven itself. Type Amen to get blessing 303. Prepare for a message. A document. A call. It will feel sudden, but it was the outcome of this meeting all along. The ink has dried. The words are clear. The favor has landed where it was always meant to be, on you. Let the silence around you not worry you. Behind that silence is the roar of spiritual movement. Things are shifting faster than your eyes can see. You may not be in the room, but your spirit is seated at the head of the table. And now, the blessing cannot be undone. Type Amen to get blessing 111. Archangel Michael says, the scroll of your destiny is being unrolled before the very ones who once refused to see it. No one in that meeting can alter what heaven has already approved. Their hands may have tried to hold it back, but their words are now aligning with what must be released to you. The environment in that space has shifted. A heaviness that once favored delay is now replaced by a compelling urgency. Even those who once hesitated to speak are now feeling a divine push to support you. This shift didn't happen by accident, it was the result of long nights you spent in silence, battles you fought without recognition, and faith you held on to when nothing made sense. And now, every sacrifice is standing up and speaking on your behalf. Your story is louder than your silence, and it is now impossible to ignore. Someone is pressing their palm down on the table in that meeting, firm and steady. Their voice is rising because their heart knows the truth, you have earned what's coming. They will not let the discussion move forward without mentioning your name again. Type Amen to get blessing 202. There is a door that's about to open, and when it does, it will not creak or hesitate, it will swing wide with force. And you will walk through with the strength of someone who waited with dignity. They will not recognize how much you've grown in the waiting, but they will feel it. A signature is being written right now, one that will seal your advancement, not delay it. This meeting is birthing outcomes that were delayed, dreams that were once paused, and recognition that was stolen from you. Now it is returning in full force. Don't be surprised when someone reaches out pretending to check in or reconnect. Their timing is not random, they heard your name spoken in that space, and they felt your rise before it reached your ears. They want to re-enter before the gates close again. Keep your discernment sharp. Not everyone applauding is sincere. But it won't matter. Because the power no longer rests in their hands. It's been transferred. And it's now moving through divine channels. Type Amen to get blessing 606. That meeting is not only a discussion, it is a breaking of chains. Chains that kept your finances locked. Chains that kept your voice silenced. Chains that kept your worth hidden under the shadows of others. You are being brought up with intention. They aren't just talking about you, they are planning for you. They are trying to figure out how to present you to the world without revealing how long they ignored your greatness. But it doesn't matter. Whether they confess their delay or not, heaven is already ahead. The stage is being prepared, and the light will find you without their spotlight. You won't need an invitation to the table anymore. You are the table. The moment they mention your name, the entire atmosphere adjusts. Type Amen to get blessing 414. One individual in that meeting has a folder in their hand. Inside is a proposal, contract, or a statement that includes something with your initials. They've been waiting for the right moment to speak, and today is that day. There's a nervous energy around them, because what they're about to do will shift everything. But the Spirit is guiding them, calming them, and urging them forward. They cannot hold it any longer. It's you. It's always been you. And now, even the ones who tried to deny it are witnessing the unfolding of divine truth. Someone just said your name out loud again. The room went quiet. The shift has begun. Type Amen to get blessing 909. After today, a path will be cleared for your next move. You may notice a sudden email, a call, or even a change in someone's behavior. That's the ripple effect from this conversation. Things that didn't make sense before will suddenly come into view. What felt confusing will now be seen clearly, like fog lifting from a road. Your time of wandering is over. Every plan that was whispered in secret against you is being silenced. And every truth that was buried is being lifted like a banner over your name. What they tried to cover, heaven is now broadcasting. This moment is sacred. You are not forgotten. You are positioned. Type Amen to get blessing 717. They're not just meeting to talk about you, they're talking about where to place you. You're not being considered for a minor role. You're being considered for a breakthrough position that others are not qualified for. A promotion in a realm you didn't even know existed is now being opened for you. This is bigger than job offers or platforms. This is about territory. You're being moved into divine ground. The very people who tried to keep you small are now nervously agreeing to make room for you. They see that resisting you is no longer safe, for the heavens are standing behind you like a storm waiting to be released. And so they're backing away. Not because they like you, but because they fear what will happen if they delay you again. Type Amen to get blessing 616. Archangel Michael says, this battle was already won before the meeting began. The angels were dispatched the moment your name was first unjustly erased. And now they are circling every decision-maker, nudging hearts toward divine correction. What was meant to limit you is now launching you. What was meant to delay you is now defending you. Every eye that avoided you before is now being turned in your direction with new understanding. You will walk in with dignity, not apology. You will receive what was yours without begging. And you will be welcomed, not just with words, but with action. They are preparing not only to release what was withheld, but to multiply it. Because heaven always returns with increase. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. You'll know it's real by the sudden shift in how people treat you. Some will become nervous. Some will become quiet. But a few will be brave enough to celebrate you before the announcement is made. Hold on to those people. They see your spirit. They were never waiting for others to believe in you, they believed from the beginning. And they will walk with you into what's next. Your next chapter won't look like your last. The pain that shaped you will now be the power that launches you. You will speak less and be heard more. They will adjust the entire conversation just to include your truth. Because now, your presence is impossible to dismiss. Type Amen to get blessing 505. A window is opening that only comes once in a lifetime. You are in position to receive what others are still praying for. But your prayers already reached the ears of the divine months ago. And now the answer is being delivered through people, places, and circumstances that were once part of your delay. Heaven loves to use the unlikely as delivery systems. You're not being rescued, you're being restored. That's why it feels unfamiliar. This is not a pity move, it's a power move. Let them talk. Let them wonder. Let them watch. Because your outcome will speak louder than any explanation. Type Amen to get blessing 212. Stay still in this moment. Stay soft in your heart but strong in your truth. Let the meeting finish its course, you don't need to rush the outcome. By this time tomorrow, a piece of information will reach you. It will confirm everything you've felt in your spirit. It will feel like relief and revelation rolled into one. Your name has been lifted, your truth has been defended, and your blessing has been activated. You are walking into a divine announcement soon. It will not be quiet. It will not be small. It will be undeniable. And when you hear it, your soul will smile, not because you needed them to say it, but because heaven already did. Type Amen to get blessing 828. Your name was the first one mentioned in that meeting this morning, and it will be the last one they speak before they leave. Not because they planned it, but because something powerful keeps circling back to you. Every conversation that begins to shift away is redirected to you as if your presence is a magnet for truth. This is a moment of divine return. You've poured into others, and now it's time for the return to find you. No more empty cups, no more waiting rooms. You're about to be seated at the very table that once said there was no room. One person just received clarity during the meeting. They were unsure about you, listening to outside opinions, but now their spirit has been stirred. They saw a light flash across your name in their mind, and now they are standing up for you with urgency. The moment your name was honored in that space, something shifted in your energy. You may have felt your heart pulse or your thoughts calm, and that was your sign. The meeting is working in your favor. Type Amen to get blessing 644. Someone tried to misrepresent you earlier in the discussion. They used words dipped in old wounds and stories bent by jealousy. But what they didn't realize was that someone else in that room knows your truth firsthand, and they spoke it out loud. The atmosphere froze when your truth was declared. Every other narrative lost its power. The one who tried to twist the truth fell into silence as light overwhelmed the lies. From that point on, the tone of the meeting shifted completely. What was once resistance turned into respect. The energy became heavy with destiny, and now decisions are being finalized in your favor. You didn't need to speak in that room because heaven spoke for you. Your name was carried by truth, and truth cannot be broken. Type Amen to get blessing 222. One person in the meeting has been carrying guilt for months. They blocked something from reaching you out of fear, envy, or confusion. But today, they confessed. They spoke the truth, and the weight of that honesty has unlocked what they once held hostage. It may come as a shock when you find out who it was. But don't focus on their name, focus on the release. Because their confession just opened a gate you thought was forever sealed. That gate leads to restoration. It leads to opportunity. It leads to a place where you no longer have to push your way through, because now, you will be welcomed and celebrated. Let this moment wash over your spirit. You are stepping into divine recompense. Everything stolen, delayed, or damaged is being restored with increase. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Archangel Michael says, the angels were standing behind every person in that room, whispering truth and redirecting lies. No plot against you went unchecked. No injustice was allowed to stay hidden. That's why the decision now forming is not temporary, it's sealed with heavenly confirmation. What you are about to walk into will not be taken away. You'll feel something lift from your shoulders in the coming hours. That's not just relief, it's the pressure of delay being removed. The burden of fighting battles you didn't start is no longer yours to carry. Your silence has been your strength. And now, that silence is echoing in the minds of those who once underestimated you. Type Amen to get blessing 373. They are preparing something official for you. A letter. A document. A verbal message that carries long-awaited confirmation. You'll hear the phrase, "Your name came up, don't ignore it." That's the ripple of the meeting reaching your ears. The final decision has already happened, you're simply waiting for the physical world to catch up. Stay alert. Stay grounded. Stay ready. The outcome has already shifted into your favor, and what you feel now is just the vibration of breakthrough getting louder. They cannot deny what has been revealed. And now, you are being rewarded not just with opportunity, but with justice. Type Amen to get blessing 525. This meeting is spiritual warfare disguised as a boardroom, a conference, or a group chat. But its purpose is sacred. Every voice in that space is being measured, every word weighed, and the divine hand is balancing the scale. You were judged unfairly before, but this time, the truth will speak before lies get a chance to breathe. Heaven has orchestrated a shift so undeniable, even your enemies will be silent. One person in that room kept a screenshot, a document, or an audio that proves your truth. They've held on to it for a long time, unsure if they should speak. But today, they did. That evidence is now the reason everything is shifting. Your story was not erased, it was preserved for the perfect time. And that time is now. Type Amen to get blessing 818. There is a contract being rewritten. A decision being reversed. A seat being reserved. These changes were not in their original plan, but divine instruction has overridden every other voice. They can no longer choose to ignore you. Your light has grown too loud. It cannot be denied, dismissed, or dimmed. This is divine turnaround. A restoration of timing, dignity, and recognition. You were meant to be included all along. You will not just be seen. You will be honored. You will not just be welcomed, you will be placed. You will not just receive it, you will carry it with grace. Type Amen to get blessing 434. The whispers have become declarations. The doubts have become confirmations. The delays have become divine appointments. This meeting didn't happen to harm you, it happened to reveal you. Someone in that meeting was shown your face in a vision. They couldn't shake it. Even if they don't understand why, they are compelled to act. You'll notice something small at first, a change in tone, a sudden message, a mention of your name somewhere unexpected. That's the beginning of divine alignment. You don't need to force what's coming. You don't need to chase what's unfolding. The outcome already belongs to you. Now it's just catching up with your timeline. Type Amen to get blessing 919. In the spiritual realm, your name was sealed in light long before this meeting began. That's why attempts to block you failed. That's why closed doors are creaking open without effort. Those watching you with jealousy are being blinded by their own bitterness. They cannot see your elevation coming, but they will feel the weight of it when it lands. This is not just a meeting, it's a moment. A holy interruption to a cycle of delay. And now, the circle has broken. You are walking free. You are walking bold. You are walking directly into what's been divinely appointed for you since the beginning. Type Amen to get blessing 717. Let this message remind your soul, you are not forgotten. You are being defended in rooms you've never entered. You are being discussed with honor where dishonor once lived. Someone in that room whispered, they deserve better. And that whisper was enough to shake the room. It will echo into your life in the form of favor. Prepare your spirit. Prepare your space. Because the meeting about you is ending, and the results are now being delivered. What's next will not be denied. The blessing has passed through Eve.